I am here, talking about fossils as requested by a friend. Let's begin. So the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to work my way through my boxes, numbered 1 through however many I have. Classification, it is 00, is a 000 system. So box 1-1 is specimen 1 of box 1. That's the gist, basically. Enjoy. This is a pyrite ammonite that I found myself in the Warren. It's a plan view in Folkestone, by the way. It's a plan view of one of these lovely little creatures. You can see the individual chambers from the body of the ammonite that acted as a ballast, allowing it to change its depth in the water. Now, the reason it's shiny is because it's been varnished. Any fossils that are susceptible to damage or tarnish, when being handled, I will try and varnish using just some simple clear nail varnish. It works pretty well. It's not the best stuff, but it does its job. So this is a lovely pyrite ammonite, specimen 1. Specimen 2 is another own find. It is a piece of bivalve. Well, it's a bivalve imprint. I'm unsure of the type. Let me zoom that. There we are. I'm unsure of the particular type of bivalve. I want to zoom it, Claire. Thank you. It's an unidentified bivalve from the imprint of a bivalve from Horrid Hill, also known as Riverside Country Park, in Gillingham, I think? I don't know, I get lost easily. That's a pretty neat find. This box is largely small aquatic life, save for, well, pretty much one piece in here. Specimen 3 is the midsection of... I need my forceps for this. It's a small one. Stay still. This is a piece of belemite. I found it myself at the Warren in Folkestone. Get it under the magnifier. It's so the belemite is... It's moved, isn't it? Let's get it back in place. Yeah, you can see it now. Belemite is the preserved bone that supports the body of a prehistoric squid. Now, there are many types of these squids, and there's a large group of them that are simply known as Endoceras. Internal bone, effectively. Specimen 4 is a pyritized, so a metal type of fossilization, piece of plant root from the Warren. Again, it's a known find. Now, this is a segment of plant root that is... the reason it's black is because it's pyrite, metal, effectively. Oh, I've knocked my desk. Get under here for you. This is a lovely little piece of an ichnofossil. An ichnofossil is a non-animal fossil. And the reason I'm quite fond of this one is it's a lovely shape. And the best way to think of it is the root of a plant that was sat there, plant died, and instead of the root rotting away, it gradually got replaced with minerals. Okie dokie. Forceps away. Next up is specimen 5, an unidentified bivalve from Horrid Hill. Now, this isn't an imprint of a bivalve, it is a bivalve. You can see the darker part there is the shell, and you can even see the shape. This lovely little guy is roughly 50 million years old, from the Eocene period, which is it's the period that came just after the mass extinction of the dinosaurs. I like to think of it as the oh shit, we're only just recovering stage. I forgot to mention ages on the rest of them, but hey ho, I'll start doing it from now. Forceps. Another piece of belemite, once again the midsection. Oopsie daisy, get back in frame. This is once again a piece of belemite. This is another midsection. The midsection's the most common part to find because the end pieces are very rare. But hey ho. The midsection, beautiful, very nicely preserved in almost a quartz-like state. You can see it's slightly translucent as well, which I think is very nice. That was specimen 6. Yes, that was specimen 6. So on to specimen 7, which is another belemite. Who would have thought? I've got multiple. This bad lad is a little bit more closer. Well, this is a bittle. This piece is from closer to the back and to the bottom of it. It tapers slightly. And I've got another piece here. This is one from a bit later. You can certainly see that it's like almost description, words, it's been a long day. But you can certainly tell that this is the bottom end of the belemite. And specimen 8 is the outer shell of a pyrite ammonite. Oh shit, I need to put it in frame. As you can see, it's black, once again, a property of pyrite. But you can see the ridges in the outer shell. These ridges give the ammonites their signature texture and pattern that we all know and love. When you look at, say, a snail, you might... Oh, I'm going to sit down. You might look and say, oh, this thing is so different, but it wouldn't have been too different. It had a similar sort of internal shell structure, except it was more... it was in a singular row instead of offset. Oh, for God's sake, Nicholas, you fool! Right, and we've got another beautiful specimen of belemite here. Get to the corner with you. There you are. Another beautiful belemite specimen. It is just, it's pretty much the same as my other ones, but it's just a lovely piece that I picked up on my adventures. Now, the last 9 specimens have been my own finds, but for the next 3 are going to be ones that I've purchased from a local shop in Rochester. This is a fossilised fish... Where's my light gone? Come on, do the light thing. Yeah, that's better. This is a fish vertebrae. Yeah. This is terrible lighting. This is a fish vertebrae. As you might be able to see the disc shape, and you can see the ridges where tendon and spine would run. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful little shape. I got this for £3 in I Dig Dinos in Rochester. And it was found in London clay on the Isle of Sheppey. Oh god, I've turned it red. Green, blue, yellow, purple. White. Wonderful. My preferred colour of light. Hello, I've moved that. Yes. And the next specimen up, let me just turn my page, the page in my catalogue, is another fish vertebrae. Oh, specific location that these vertebrae are found is Hens Brook in Sheppey. This one is a bit more substantial, probably from a tail. It is, you can see that the ridges where the pelvic discs would fit, that's the divots, are, let's give shadow, this here will give some light. This ridge here, you can see, is where the pelvic disc would fit. It's a lovely little, it's just lovely. It's a nice, simple, easy way to understand the way the back works, is to actually hold a vertebrae. Specimen 12 is an ammonite of an unknown location. Likely from Morocco. I purchased this at the World Museum in Liverpool on another one of my adventures. And you can see here the ridges. If you look at my pyrite ammonite from earlier, you can see ridges once again. Now, the pyrite one here is from a much, much larger specimen than this one. This one would be your average, borderline, just boring one. It's not boring in the slightest, it's a beautiful little piece. I'm very fond of it. Ammonites are a lovely starting point for fossils. Excuse me, please don't move. Ammonites are a lovely opening point to fossil collecting. Okay, we're back on to some own finds. This is a... Get out of the box, you pig. My setup is terrible. I should probably learn to set... concretion under here. I'll do. Now, this is a brain coral nodule from Felixstowe, one of my own finds. It is a beautiful piece of an ichneufossil. Now, oh, I'm falling over. Now, under the thing, you've got the texture on here that gives it the name of a brain coral. Hence, it's very reminiscent of a human brain. Now, this little nodule here, without colour, without the texture, this is where a stem would have grown. The stem being what connects the polyps or nodules of the coral. And here is where the nodule that connects it to the main stem would be. The big spot being where it branched off, and the little one being where another stem started to grow. These are beautiful, beautiful little things. They're very eroded, but you can find them on any pebbly beach because they were very common throughout Earth's history. And no, specimen number 14 is once again a beautiful little brain coral. Oh, and now I've dropped it. This is another own find from Felixstowe in Sussex. Surrey's awful. You got stabbed in Surrey. But it's, once again, you can see the nodule here, where it would have connected to the stem. This one was quite young when it was broken off and fossilised, because there is no place where a new stem was growing. That was a massive brain fart. Anyway, next I am going on to the next 3 in this box, until the end of this box, are all purchased from iDig Dinos in Rochester. Specimen 1 is a complete belemite. And you can see the shape, and let me get under here. The shape, let me get it in the forceps. You can see the shape is almost like a bullet. But imagine this inside of a prehistoric squid. It would have been like a spinal cord. Well, not a spinal cord. Its nerves were free floating, but this would have been like the skeleton. It would have held it together. It would have stopped it from being floppy. This was an instrument to avoid flaccid squid. Come here. This is the tooth of a crow shark, also known as Squalicorax pristodontus, which is just a beautiful scientific name. Now, this is from the World Museum in Liverpool. I've been there a lot. It's a lovely museum. If you're in Liverpool, please check it out. Now, I want to draw your attention to these little ridges. These ridges along here. Take notice of how sharp and serrated they are. You can't exactly run your finger along them, but you can feel... Ooh, I've just give myself a little scratch. But you can see certainly from my angle here, you can see the serrations that have been preserved on this tooth. Now, there's no wonder that these were monstrous implements and able to shred flesh. Now, the final specimen from box number 1 is a piece of sauropod bone. This is a beautiful, beautiful little piece from Utah. It might deceive people into thinking, oh, it's just a piece of, I don't know, charcoal or something. But no, you'd be wrong. This is a beautiful, beautiful piece. You can see the grain of the bone. You can see the pores. But we don't know what part of the bone this was, and we don't know what sauropod it belonged to. The reason we're unsure of what sauropod it is because it's from the Jurassic period of Utah, which was part of a formation called the Morrison Formation. The Morrison Formation was hell on earth. It had Allosaurus, a massive carnivorous theropod. It had many genuses of sauropod, and it had like the world famous Stegosaurus, and it also had a lovely little creature called Frutodens, which ran around on all fours. Overall, just a beautiful, beautiful little creature. Now, this is one of my favourite pieces of fossil I have. It's just lovely to be able to hold such a tiny and light piece of bone from such a massive creature. That wraps up box 1. I can't really do my thumb up. No, never mind. It was a stupid concept anyway. But thank you so much if you've seen this. I'm originally doing this because a friend of mine wanted a documentary, but this is probably going to go on my YouTube channel, so yeah. Words. Okay, love you, bye!